Hello friend, thank you so much for clicking this video. I'm Sunday, and in this I'm going to be showing you how we get to make this. This was made in the workshop in here, Lagos, Nigeria. This was made during a class in there. This was filmed so you can have a clue on how we get to make this here. There's no step skipped in this project. This was made from A to Z. I will double tone it, getting a flap, getting it aligned with the base in there, striping down, and a wonderful, not just a wonderful, but a suitable clock. That is what I'm going to be showing you in this film. So come with me to see how I'm going to be doing it step by step. First time I'm in here, subscribe and hit the notification bell for you to be notified when I have awesome. So at the time this is going to be padded up, we're going to leave a space around it. The space around it is what we're going to be using to fold it up and clip it up inward. So once it's been folded inward, we'll try as much as possible for the surface to be clean. So when you have a skewed surface, it's not going to make our project come out. As you can see, the project in there does not have any skewed thing, so you have to be conscious on how you drop the PVC and the material, how you glue it together, and then eventually fold it up. I recommend you first fold the front of this. The reason is that you drop it, you first glue the front of it before you extend that to the back of this. The reason is that so it's going to be balanced, more accurate. So that is why I'm going to recommend you to do the front first before you move it to the back. At the center base in here is the center base, and what I did in here is to centralize it up, centralize it, get to show the measurement. The measurement has to really come out in here to know that okay, this space in here and this space is balanced. So once it's balanced, we're going to mark it, add an adhesive and stick it before it's being moved to a stitching desk. So okay, we got to move it to a stitching desk. Before that, the back stripe in here is very important, so you got to clip it onto it and use the stitching to hold it. Why? Before we get to stitch it, you make sure that it is balanced. And so that is what we're going to do when we're measuring the both sides together to know if it's really centralized. At the time you achieve a centralized point, then you can then move into the machine and then stitch this all straight. Okay, now in this project we use a flatbed sewing machine to stitch this project. It was a flatbed sewing machine that was used. You can use a post bed, you can use a cylinder arm, but for this project it was a flatbed project. So right in here, I've been able to achieve the front base here, the back in here, we've got it down. So the next thing is to then get this allowance in here, the sitting point, how it's going to be spacious inner, and then getting the inner of the whole thing, get it out is what we're going to be doing right now. So to get around this, what we're going to do is that we're going to cut a version of the inner material you intend using for this project. You cut it out. Once you cut it out based on the measurement of the area of the pattern area, the shape you want it earlier, you cut it out, cut it first. You need to cut in a bit bigger, but often though you still need to reduce it. But firstly, for you to know that to be more secure that it's going to cover, then you need to cut it bigger. So at the time you glue it, then now trim to fit each of these parts. it's very, very good for you to note that the inner material is meant to be as cool, as beautiful, as very, very attractive as the outer layer of the project. So for you to achieve that, you need to use a very, very good material for the inner. So that is it. But mind you, you have to always use a good attractive material for the inner. This, what I use in here, is a velvet material. Is a velvet material, a tomato red velvet material. It's going to come out very, very fine. Definitely is already coming out very, very fine. So after all the inner parts of it have been lined and the inner portion of it has been secure, then move to the handle. The handle is a very, very technical thing. Not too technical, quite simple to achieve. With just a bit of explanation, you can just get. So the first thing is that I have a pattern for that. After you get the pattern, you use the pattern to cut the leather out, and it's still going to be folded all round. I'm going to fold it around. At the point I fold this round, the next thing I'm going to be doing is to then go and proceed to stitch it. Stitching this right now, still working with a cylinder or a flatbed sewing machine. Stitch it, and then once I stitch it, it's more secure, it's more durable. So no matter how the weight of whatever is in the bags, the stitching is going to hold it, and it's going to be so firm. So it's been fixed, trimmed out. Now it's then to make a passion. One thing I want you to understand in making the passion, the handle hook right here, that the handle hook has to be centralized. So you don't just perforate any place. Looking at this project, it is this and this is centralized. So once it's centralized, once you're able to get it centralized, but then you are close to getting a perfect project. So make it centralized, hook it up with the accessory, the ring accessory. Once you hold it on, lock it in the inside of it, and then our project is going to come out as cool as this. So what we're going to be doing in here is that after touching the D-ring, we're going to have a stripes that is going to go in from the top of the project inward, and will be cemented inward and will be hidden. After all, it will then go hidden. So at this point right in here, the handle has been fixed, the inner layer fixed. The next thing now is that there is a flap that's going to cover all the inner layer stripes. We're going to cover the flap. The flap inward is what we're doing right now. So the essence of this is that at the point you get to open your bag like this, you're going to have a uniform color all through. That is why you just have to, you can tend to use this as a different color, but for the case of this project, the inner layer in there, the cover of this flap inward is the same material that was used for the project. Decide not to use the red that was used for the inner layer because it's going to go so all the way you get to open the bag. That's why you cannot change the color. So at the point in time that we let you use this is serving two things. It's covering this and it's also covering the handle holder that was passed through that. Okay, we've got through this, and the next thing we're doing right now is to then move forward and start stitching this base. This is a very unique bag stand that ladies like so much. It's a very unique one and require a lot of calculation. For full details of this, I also recommend you subscribe to our channel and click on the description below so you can see the pattern making of this project. So once the pattern the filming of this pattern making one is released, then you can have a good understanding. As I said earlier, I promise to release the pattern making of this bag. So I will get the pattern of this bag. I'm going to release it very soon. I promise that. So okay, moving forward from this, the base of this project is what we're doing right now, and all is going to be joined together. That has already been calculated. A lot of calculation has been done on this. We've done a lot of calculation on this. We calculated and it's then accurate. One thing I need to let you understand about making bag is that bag is all about calculation. All your cutting has to be accurate. If it's not accurate, eventually you're going to have a deformed shapes of bag, or you're going to have a bag not forming, not balancing so well. So put the calculation in place, we glue it, we stitch it, and we have this right now. So at the point we have this next phase is to then go to how we're going to attach this clip. There are different clips, there are different designs of, there are different methods of attaching. So this is not just the single way or monopoly way or only way of attaching this clip, because there are different designs of it. So once you order your design, if you have a good dealer, the dealer is going to explain how you should attach it. And moreover, if you have it, looking at it, you definitely have a good idea on how you can attach it. It's not compulsory, you guys just use this because we might not even able to access it in there. But one thing I want you to understand in there, whenever you want to fix this, you must fix it and you must centralize it. Make sure it kills that once in the process of opening, throw and fro, the lock does not get damaged and the leather in there does not get damaged. Thank you so much. If you've left something from this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And if you have any questions pertaining to this video, please drop it in the comment. Drop it, and your topic you want me to teach might just be the next one I will be opting or putting up in there for you. I look forward to have you in my subsequent upload. Please click the notification bell.